Welcome to SATV News. This is Shahala Binti Shafi with the headlines. 13th National Parliamentary Election Security Army Navy Air Force Chief holds meeting with CEC Nasir. BNP collects nomination forms for Khaleda Tariq in Bogura. Targeted attacks on media are a shame for the nation, says Salahuddin. Bangladesh envoy felt threatened during protest in New Delhi. If necessary, Dhaka will shrink its diplomatic presence in India. The Election Commission (EC) held a meeting today with the chiefs of the Bangladesh Army, Navy and Air Force to review the overall law and order situation ahead of the 13th National Parliamentary Election and referendum. The meeting began at around 12 p.m. at the Nirbachan Bhavan and continued for approximately 1 hour. Army Chief General Waqaruzzaman, Navy Chief Admiral Muhammad Nazmul Hasan and Air Force Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmood Khan were present at the meeting. Chief Election Commission (CEC) AMM Nasiruddin presided over the meeting, which was also attended by Election Commissioners Abdul Rahman Al Masood, Tahmida Ahmed, Muhammad Anwarul Islam Shorkar and Abdul Fazal Muhammad Sanaullah, along with EC Secretary Akhtar Mohammed. None of the chiefs briefed the media after the meeting. Later in the day, a high-level meeting on law and order was scheduled to be held at 2:30 p.m. at the Election Commission's conference room, also chaired by the CEC. Senior civil and military officials were expected to attend. Bogura District BNP leaders today collected nomination papers for Bogura 6 and Bogura 7 Gaptali and Shahjahanpur Upazila constituencies for acting BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman and Chairperson Khaleda Zia respectively. Razaul Karim Badshah, President of Bogura District Unit BNP, collected the nomination form on behalf of Tariq from the Deputy Commissioner and Returning Officer Taufikur Rahman at his office at around 12:30 p.m. Besides, Khaleda's nomination form was collected from the District Election Office at around 2 p.m. Hilalur Zaman, Talukdar, advisor to the BNP chairperson and a former member of parliament along with other BNP leaders, collected the nomination form from the senior district election officer Muhammad Fazlul Karim. Badshah told journalist Tariq Rahman will participate in the upcoming national election from the Bogura Sadar constituency. It is a matter of great pride for us that he has chosen this seat. BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed today condemned the recent arson attacks on two leading newspapers, describing them as a national shame and questioning the government's role in the incidents. The unfortunate incidents a few days ago were leading the newspapers, including the Daily Star, Prothomalo, and were burned, have been witnessed by the whole world, he said. Speaking at a view exchange meetings with editors and senior journalists at a city hotel ahead of BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman's homecoming, Salahuddin said, as a nation, this is a matter of shame. We cannot simply end it with an apology or expression of regret. He emphasized that newspapers and the media reflect the conscience and opinion of the nation, shaping public thought and holding power to account. That mirror has now been shattered, he said, adding that journalists must not lose the vital pride of being that mirror. Salahuddin alleged that the government failed to act despite intelligence warnings following the death of Osman Hadi, which had indicated that such attacks might occur. Bangladesh on Sunday rejected remarks by India's Ministry of External Affairs over demonstrations outside the Bangladesh High Commission in New Delhi, saying the protests left the High Commission and his family feeling threatened. Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tawhid Hussain came up with Bangladesh's position, responding to questions at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We completely reject the press note. Why can they come this far? They have said many things we have heard, that he has been threatened to kill, but we don't have evidence, he said. The advisor said they are still relying on the host country, hoping that the host country will take necessary steps on the security front, but if necessary, Dhaka will shrink its diplomatic presence in India. Official spokesperson at the Indian Ministry of External Affairs, Randhir Jaswal, on Sunday said there was no attempt to breach the fence or create a security situation at any time. India is committed to ensuring the safety of foreign missions in the territory in accordance with Vienna Convention, Jaswal said in response to media queries in New Delhi regarding the demonstration. He said police stationed at the spot dispersed the group after a few minutes. Protesters locked the offices of 3 pro-Awami League deans at Rajshahi University today, demanding their resignation. The deans whose offices were locked are Professor Abu Muhammad Nasir Muhammad Wahid of the Faculty of Law, Professor A.S.M. Kamaruzzaman of the Faculty of Business Studies, and Professor S.M. Ikram Ullah of the Faculty of Social Science. Speaking at protest, Senate student representative Akhil bin Taleb said student safety has been under serious threats in post-uprising period. He alleged that Sharif Osman Hadi, one of the leaders of the mass uprising, was recently shot dead publicly in Dhaka by Awami League activists, describing the incident as a threat to pro-uprising forces. Meanwhile, Raksha General Secretary Salahuddin Amar wrote in a Facebook post that most offices of pro-Awami League deans had been locked. "This is what I want. Let them remain locked until justice is ensured," he wrote, adding that he had prepared a list of teachers who he claimed took positions against students during the mass uprising. He also called on Chhatrodol, Chhatra Shibir and other organizations to share any such list they have, noting the additional names may be added within the next 3 days. The Amir of Bangladesh Jamaat-e Islami Shafiqur Rahman visited the grave of Sharif Osman Hadi at Dhaka University early today. Following Fajr prayers at the Dhaka University Central Mosque, the Jamaat chief, accompanied by party leaders and activists, paid homage at the grave. The delegation offered prayers seeking forgiveness for the departed soul and the acceptance of his martyrdom. Senior leaders in attendance included Jamaat Secretary General and former MP Mia Ghulam Parwar, Assistant Secretary General Maulana Abdul Halim, and Central Executive Council member Muhammad Mubarak Hussain. The Dhaka Metropolitan South Unit was represented by Naibi Amir Advocate Halal Uddin and Secretary Shafiqul Islam Masood. The prayer session also saw significant participation from student leadership, including Islami Chhatra Shibir Central President Zahidul Islam and Office Secretary Chibga. They were joined by Dhaka University Central Students Union, Vice President Shadi Qaim and General Secretary S.M. Farhad.
আমরা সবাই জানি এমনই একটা নির্মল চরিত্রের ছেলে।
The Namazi janazah of 6 Bangladeshi peacekeepers who were killed in a drone attack on a UN peacekeeping base in Sudan's Abyei region were held this morning at the Central Mosque of Dhaka Cantonment. Representatives as Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus, Chief of Army Staff General Waqaruzaman, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Muhammad Nazmul Hassan, and Chief of Air Staff Marshal Hassan Mahmud Khan, among others, attended the janazah held at 9:15 a.m. After the janazah, tributes were paid to the slain soldiers on behalf of the President and Chief Advisor. Representatives from the 3 forces also paid their respects at the coffins. Later, the bodies were flown by helicopter to their respective home districts. The slain peacekeepers are Corporal Muhammad Masood Rana from Nator, Soldier Muhammad Muminul Islam and Soldier Shantu Mondol from Kurigram, Soldier Shamim Reza from Rajbari, Mess Waiter Muhammad Jahangir Alam from Kisharganj and Laundry Worker Muhammad Shubuj Mia from Gaibandha. International Crimes Tribunal 1 today deferred its order on the framing of charges against 17 individuals including former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 10 army officers until 23rd December in a case involving crimes against humanity. The allegations center on enforced disappearances and systemic torture at the Task Force for Interrogation TFI cell during the now fallen Army League's nearly 16-year tenure. The three-member tribunal led by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mojumdar was expected to deliver the order today. However, the bench pushed the date back by 2 days after a section of the Defense Council sought a further delay to prepare for the proceedings. Earlier, the 10 arrested army officers were brought to the tribunal amid heavy security from the special jail located within the Dhaka cantonment. During the session, senior lawyer Mansurul Haq Chaudhary, representing several of the accused including Tofail Kamrul and Monishur Joel, moved an application for an adjournment. He requested the tribunal to set another date for the order, a move that drew sharp criticism from the state. ICT Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam argued that the defense was employing dilatory tactics to frustrate the judicial press and embarrass the court. Despite his objections, the tribunal granted the short deferment until 23rd December. Viewers, we are taking a short break. Please stay with us.
সারা দেশে লাখো মানুষের কঠোর কর্মতৎপরতা ও নিষ্ঠায় এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন 16 কোটি মানুষের হাতের নাগালে। দীর্ঘ 30 বছর ধরে বিশ্বস্ততা ও দ্রুততার সাথে সেবা দেওয়ায় গ্রাহক সেবায় এখন শীর্ষে। বাংলাদেশে গ্রাহক সেবার সাফল্যের পর এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন বিশ্ব বাণিজ্য কেন্দ্র সিঙ্গাপুরে। আপনার যে কোনো পণ্য সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে বাংলাদেশে বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন। এসএ পরিবহন প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড, লজিস্টিক্স পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, 22 রবার্টস লেন, সিঙ্গাপুর 218302। ফোন 0065 629 24900। বাংলাদেশ থেকে সিঙ্গাপুরে পণ্য বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন ঢাকা সহ দেশের যে কোনো 80টি শাখা কেন্দ্রে। এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, আপনার সেবা সব সময়।
Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. 9 people were killed and 10 wounded in an early morning shooting in a township southwest of Johannesburg, and authorities have launched a manhunt for the suspects, the South African Police Service said on Sunday. The incident occurred just before 1 a.m. local time at a licensed tavern in Johannesburg, Bakersdale Township. The police said in a statement. About 12 unknown suspects in a white minibus and a silver sedan opened fire at the tavern patrons and continued shooting randomly as they fled the scene. The police said, adding the motive for the shooting would be determined by investigations. The injured have been taken to medical facilities for treatment, police added. Bakersdale is a part of the Rand West City local municipality, whose website describes the township as being an area characterized by high levels of unemployment and poverty due to a decline in gold mining. South Africa, Africa's biggest economy, has one of the world's highest murder rates, averaging about 60 a day. 7 people were killed Thursday in a crash of a Cessna 550 business jet in Statesville, North Carolina, including former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle, NASCAR said. The plane crashed at the Statesville Regional Airport in the North Carolina Highway Patrol said it believed that Biffle had members of his immediate family were among those who killed, but because of a severe post-crash fire, a formal confirmation has not been completed. The plane was registered to a company tied to BFL. Officials will provide a list of the 7 occupants once confirmation has been made by the medical examiner's office. The plane had been bound for Florida, but soon after takeoff attempted to return to North Carolina airport in severe weather around 10:15 a.m., according to FlightWare, an airplane tracking site. A picture posted by local media and social media showed a large fire on the runway amid the plane wreckage. The National Transportation Safety Board is sending a GO team to the scene and will brief media on Friday on the investigation. President Donald Trump stormed back into office with a shock and awe policy blitz that expanded presidential power and reshaped America's relations with the world. But it has come at a steep cost as he enters the new year and midterm elections loom. His once unshakable hold on Republicans is slipping, say historians and analysts. Back in January, as Trump triumphantly returned to the White House for a second term, he vowed to remake the economy. Before ending, we go through the headlines again. "13th National Parliamentary Election Security, Army, Navy, Air Force Chiefs hold meeting with CEC Nasir." BNP collects nomination forms of Khaleda Tariq in Bogura. Targeted attacks on media are a shame for the nation, says Salahuddin. Bangladesh envoy felt threatened during protests in New Delhi. If necessary, Dhaka will shrink its diplomatic presence in India. You're updated with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.